So in today's video, I'm gonna be discussing a not potential matchup. Dana White has already come out and said that this is the guy that's next in line for the middleweight championship of the world, and that is Khamzat Chimaev. And I'm gonna be doing a little breakdown of Khamzat versus Dracus. Well, an early breakdown, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think Dracus beats Chimaev. That's just my opinion, and I'm gonna give you my little reasons why behind why I think he beats him. But let's start off with comparing the two fighters. We'll start with Dracus. Dracus still knocks du Plessis. He is 23-2. And when we actually look at Dracus du Plessis, I've got a little list of things that I think, well, some pros. I didn't bother with the cons, but we'll talk about some of the cons, I think. So yeah, let's start with the fact that Dracus just has that dog in him. He's got that dog. He's got heart. He will not quit, so you're either going to have to knock him out or submit him. He's also beaten two former world champions, which is obviously Robert Whittaker and Israel Adesanya. He's way more active than Khamzat Chimaev, and he's had a tougher route to the belt. And I'm sorry, no one can argue with that. Like, he has had a way harder route to the belt than Chimaev. Chimaev hasn't actually really done anything at middleweight. He fought Kamaru Usman on short notice, who is not a middleweight. And obviously, Dracus has notable wins over Israel Adesanya, Robert Whittaker, Darren Till, and Sean Strickland. It's not like some of these fighters are the greatest. Like, Sean Strickland isn't the greatest. Darren Till is not the greatest. But if you compare the two resumes, Dracus does have the better resume. And then we'll move on to Boars. We'll break down Boars quickly. He's 14-0. Khamzat Chimaev. He has 9 first-round finishes, 6 wins by KO, 6 by submission, 2 dash chokes, 2 rear naked chokes, face crank. He's been a pro since 2018, so I can't lie. He's done well to get himself to the UFC and, you know, climb the rankings and whatnot. Has 2 wins over 2 former champions, that being Robert Whittaker and Kamaru Usman. And then his notable wins are obviously Robert Whittaker, Kamaru Usman, Kevin Holland, and Gilbert Burns. And yeah, I haven't got much to say about Chimaev, because as much as he has good wrestling and he's coming to take your head off, I'm not the biggest fan of Chimaev. I think Chimaev is beatable. And I think stylistically, I think Dracus would do better against Chimaev than Chimaev will do against Dracus. I just think for the style Chimaev has, who is a wrestling dominant fighter, especially the fact that he is someone who comes all guns blazing within the first 5 minutes. And the reality is, we've seen Chimaev slow down in the later rounds. And I just feel like, okay, cool. I honestly thought if Robert Whittaker was able to weather the storm against Chimaev, I thought Robert Whittaker would have won that fight. Obviously, he couldn't weather the storm, man, like Kamaru Usman could, so it just shows how much more of a dog Kamaru Usman is. As much as Kamaru has annoyed me over the years, shouts out to my Nigerian brother, but I am the real Nigerian nightmare. I go show all of you. You see him, he be wrestling people. You know, he's got a few kills, but I'm going to show you guys me. In mini, I am the real Nigerian nightmare. I go show you guys. But anyways, and obviously Hamza, he fought Kevin Holland, but come on, guys. We all know what happens when Kevin Holland gets taken down. He basically, well, he gives up most of the time, but I'll give it to him. Against Chimaev, he tried for a little bit, but when he realized that it wasn't going to work, he tapped. Kamaru Usman, that was a razor close fight. Obviously, as the fight started to get into the later rounds, it was only a 3-round fight. But as we started getting into the third fight, you could see Kamaru was starting to, get warm, get into his rhythm, and he was starting to do better. So I do believe if that was a 5-round fight, Kamaru would have won. And remember, guys, this is Kamaru with no knees. So imagine Kamaru 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean? And plus, he came up on short notice. So you have to commend Kamaru Usman. And then the Gilbert Burns fight, I'm not going to lie, that showed me a lot about Chimaev. I think Chimaev striking is absolutely horrendous. So Dracus's striking though. But with that being said, Dracus's last fight against Sean Strickland last weekend, he did look better in terms of the striking. He was still throwing a lot of looping shots, ducking, looking down and just throwing. But overall he did look better, and listen, we have to commend Dracus on that, because as much as Sean is not the greatest fighter, Sean is a way more technical fighter than Dracus. And Dracus made that look easy. Obviously, Sean had staph infection and these little, as much as people don't want to take that into consideration, everyone knows if you have staph infection, you're going to be on antibiotics, so you're not going to be 100%. But shouts out to Sean, he still took the fight. But back to Chimaev, the fight with Gilbert Burns showed me a lot about Chimaev, because I just feel like if you're going to go into a fight like that against a guy like Dracus, I'll be honest, Dracus has got that dog in him. Look what Till did to him. Till was piecing Dracus up on the feet, only for Dracus to come back and finish him. Izzy was beating Dracus until Dracus came back and fucking submitted him. So as much as Chimaev has very good wrestling and he's very strong, and yes, I know if he gets a hold of you, it can be a very long day, but I do believe Chimaev has a style where he's only good for the first 5 minutes. And if you can weather that storm, I feel like Chimaev is going to slow down and you are going to be able to pick him apart and not necessarily finish him, but you can get the win. So with that being said, I definitely think Dracus, stylistically, this is a perfect matchup for him, because I don't see Dracus getting tired within the first 5 minutes. And I honestly think Dracus is going to be able to weather the storm. I honestly don't think Chimaev is going to be able to hold Dracus down like the way everyone seems to think he will. People are forgetting Dracus is a big guy, man. Like, Dracus makes most other 185 pounders look small. He made Izzy look small. He made Whitaker look small. Who else? He made Sean look small. He made Darren Till look small. I mean, Darren Till, generally speaking, is not the biggest or bulkiest guy, but Dracus made him look small, bro. I can't lie. And honestly, I just don't see Chimaev holding Dracus down. Yes, he might take him down once, but guess what? I think Dracus is going to be able to get back up. I just think Dracus is stronger than Chimaev. I think Dracus has the better striking, and the thing is about Dracus, as much as he's not the best fighter, in my opinion, he is a better mixed martial artist than Chimaev. Sorry guys, my belly's acting up because I'm eating quite a lot today. I'm trying to get them gains in and that. You know what I'm saying? But Dracus is the better mixed martial artist. He's gonna mix it up. He's gonna throw kicks. He's gonna throw punches. He's gonna throw spinning elbows, spinning back fists. Even though it's so unorthodox and it's not technical at all, it works. And what people need to understand is that whatever works for one guy might not work for the other guy. Like, what works for me might not work for you. So what Drakus does won't work for majority of fighters, but for him it works, and you still have to give him credit because he mixes it up. So he will mix in the leg kicks, mix in the punches, mix in the wrestling. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Chimaev is going to be very wrestling dominant. And like I said, if Chimaev comes out, which he probably will, all guns blazing in the first 5 minutes, I see Drakus being able to weather the storm, take it to the later rounds, and who knows, he may potentially finish Chimaev. Imagine if Drakus submits Chimaev, and this video is going to make it seem as if I'm a Drakus fan. I'm actually not a Drakus fan. If you, whoever follows the channel knows, I don't really like Drake. He's grown on me a little bit, but generally speaking, I'm not a Drakus fan. But I do honestly believe Drakus beats him, and I've been saying this long time before he even fought Israel Adesanya. But you know, we've got a lot of Chimaev dick riders, so they're gonna say, "Oh, Chimaev wins, Boaz wins. He's just gonna take him down and submit him." Okay, but what if Drakus weathers the storm, which I think he will? What happens then? What does Chimaev have to offer? Let's be honest, nothing. After the first 5 minutes, he has nothing to offer, and even if he does, what does he have to offer? Because he's not a better striker than than Drakus. Like, he's really not. If anything, they're quite similar, but I was about to say edge, but you know, why for that? We can't be, you know what I'm saying? We got to move governed around here. Yeah? You can't be doing you can't be saying some Diddy lines, all of that. Nah, bro, you get me? So we got to stay governed over here. So I can't even say edging, you get me? Because that's a why, you understand? But anyways, yeah, I would give the striking. I say Drakus has the striking advantage over Chimaev. That's just my opinion. I'll probably do a more detailed breakdown of their styles and whatnot, but I just wanted to come and give you guys a brief little video because, to be honest, I've been meaning to make this video for a while because I've been having these debates and discussions with quite a few people that I know, and I'm the only one that's saying I think Drakus can potentially beat Chimaev. And I know there's a lot of guys in the MMA community that will and do agree with me. So, I mean, with that being said, that was just a little breakdown of the video. So leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you think wins, because this fight is going to happen at some point this year. And yeah, it's going to be a big fight for the middleweight division. But like I said, I see Drakus winning. So drop your comments below, like and subscribe. It's Big Yams, and I'm out of here. Yeah, take care of yourselves. Eh? No nonsense. And remember, stay governed up. Eh? Stay governed up. Don't be saying no why phrases. Don't be doing no Diddy shit. You understand? Because we don't condone that over here. You do any Diddy shit, you go see what we go do to you.